My name is Eric Benish. I am the association designer for NBA 2K7. With association mode this year, we really wanted to first start off by making the presentation look a lot nicer and a lot cleaner than it did last year. And by doing that, we ended up redoing a lot of menus. We tried to, update the art, try to get a little more artistic flair into it. Because last year we got a lot of feedback that the menus were kind of stale, kind of plain. So we just really wanted to enhance the presentation for the user to try and make it a little more lively, and I think we accomplished that this year. Progressive fatigue is the single biggest feature that will affect the user on a day-to-day basis in association mode this year. The concept behind it is that as your team plays more games in shorter periods of time, your players are going to become progressively tired. It's not something that takes place over the course of a season, but rather in short-term intervals. So, for example, if you're on a road trip and your team has back-to-backs, the first night of the back-to-back, if you play a certain player, for example, if I take Sam Cassell and I play him 40 minutes in a game, the next night on the back-to-back, he's going to be noticeably tired as the game wears on, much more so than he had been if I had rested him some of the first game. So it starts to employ a lot of strategy for the user. They have to, really take into consideration how much they want to play their star players or even their older players, because the way the system is set up is that the older players are going to fatigue a lot faster than the younger players, and naturally they're going to, on the days off, it's going to take them longer to recover that fatigue. The player card is something that I don't really want to say we added onto this year. I want to say that it's a new feature this year, because last year when you looked at a player card, you would click a guy and all you would see are his career stats, and quite literally that was it. This year when you pull up the player card, it's its own screen. It's got its full art, and it has pretty much everything you want to know about the player. Right from the get-go, you're going to look at his career stats like we had last year, and you can jump pages and you can look at his attributes and his ratings. And right then, on that very same screen, we compare his ratings against other players starting in his position across the league. So really what this is, it's a scouting tool for you to see how your team, on an individual player basis, compares against other players in the league. 24/7 mode is only back in name. It's not even a shadow of what it was last year. The concept this year is that we have a full story encompassing our street game. And we hired in professional actors, professional voice actors. We built our own, in-studio lip sync engine to portray this as realistic as possible. And, the base idea is, it's you and your two best friends, Brad and Antoine. And, at the end of there's a carrot hanging there. At the end of the mode is the Legends Charity Tournament. And it's a tournament hosted by the Legends of the NBA, and they're accepting one amateur player to play in the tournament. So they're holding tryouts across the country, and your whole goal is to build up enough rep to catch the eye of the Legends to get an invite to this tournament. I think people who play this mode are really going to notice that we spent a lot of time working on the street game itself. In previous years, our version of street mode was we take the NBA game, we're going to put it on the Venice court or various locales. This year, we really spent a lot of time. We put street-specific animations, things that really separate it from the NBA game. The pace of the game is a lot quicker. It's a lot more showy. You're just trying to show the other guy up, and we definitely captured the essence of street basketball as opposed to just sticking NBA players on the court and having them run plays. So it's something that's very cool this year. So the name of the game is NBA 2K7. It'll be available on the Xbox 360, the Xbox, and the PS2, and it comes out on September 25th.